Hello, it's Richard again. You know that I love talking about helping people build roadmaps for success in their lives and in their businesses. But when we talk about success, we always have to remember we cannot avoid discussing failure. The only person who never fails is the person that never leaves his or her own driveway. The person is going nowhere or doing nothing. The difference between greatness and mediocrity is often how each individual is going to view their own mistakes. So the bottom line is we are going to make mistakes. We must learn to fail forward. We should always use failure as a springboard. And we always have to remember, failure is never fatal and it's never final if you've got the right attitude. So we can't let failure or mistakes bog us down. So how do we use this element that we often dislike as a springboard? How do we fail forward? Let's look at 4 quick points. Now, each one of these points could have a book written about it, but I just want to put them as a thought process for you today. Number 1, I want you to always appreciate the value of your failure. You need to look at failure as a mile marker on a highway. Every time that you fail, it's like a mile marker. It's marking the progress on your journey. And I think it's pretty safe to say that no person can be successful until they're acquainted with failure. I like the way that Henry Ward Beecher describes this, and I'm just going to read you a quote of his. "It is defeat that turns bone to flint and gristle to muscle and makes people invincible and formed those heroic natures that are now in ascendancy in the world. Do not, then, be afraid of defeat. You are never so near to victory as when defeated in a good cause." Great quote. And remember, each failure is just one step closer to achieving your goal. Number 2, don't take failure personally. Now, I probably have been guilty of this, you have too, but too often, either you say or you hear someone say, "Why can't I do anything right? I knew I couldn't do that." What you should say is, "I have failed, but I'm not a failure. I sure messed up, but that's okay. I'll do better next time." Making mistakes is always like breathing. It's something you're going to keep doing as long as you're alive. So, learn to live with it and move on. 3rd point, and this is simply defined, let failure redirect you. What's that mean? If you're continually hitting a wall, it may be time to step back and look for the door. Let failure redirect you. And the 4th one, and I think this one's really, really important, you always need to keep a sense of humor. It's always easy to laugh and joke when things are going great, but it's important to laugh and joke when everything is going wrong. I think a hockey coach named Henry Neal hit it on the head when he said, "Last season, we couldn't win at home. And we were losing on the road. My failure as a coach was that I could not think of anywhere else that we could play. With that, I'll kind of close it down. 4 quick points. There's so much to discuss on all of these, but this is your seed to be better in handling your failure. For now, appreciate the value of each failure. Don't take failure personally. Let failure redirect you, and always keep a sense of humor when things are not going like you want them to. Y'all have a really fantastic day.